Oh, there he's rattling his tail.
Nice big one. This is one of the top snakes I did want to see. Oh my goodness, the blues are so good. Got the eastern milk snake. Oh, I got one in shed and one that's just munching down on me. Oh, little grumpy guy biting me. Another, oh. That was a good looking snake. There's the double flip. Here is a huge eastern milk snake in the same family. And so they'll eat other snakes. And right now, we are in the Midwest, and we are going to be looking for all sorts of snakes today. Number one target is the eastern milk snake, probably bull snake, and then fox snake. I think those are all very attainable, and I've had pretty bad luck looking for the eastern milk snake, but I think we got a good chance today. We got a good flip site and beautiful habitat, so let's go. Oh my gosh, this is stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, we don't have to record everything. Just ants. No snakes. Leopard frog right there. Really pretty. Alright, right here is a little baby blue racer. He doesn't really have that blue shine as much, but he is in shed, and I think we could find a better individual of this. But when they're babies, they got all this speckling to them, and it's honestly so pretty. Look at him, he's doing a little periscoping thing. That is so cool.
That's cool. That's good shot. Stay still. Right there is good.
Nice. But yeah, I'll make sure to put this guy back where he was, and we'll just keep on flipping.
About a foot long?
Yeah, about a foot. It's kind of got a long, skinny body. Yeah, it's probably like this year's baby. Cool, pretty healthy looking. All right, let's go see if we can find some more snakes. That's what we need. Get on the board.
Get on the board. Look at this property.
What was that?
I'm talking to the camera.
Look at the size of this praying mantis. It's huge. I mean, my hand's in front of him, so it looks bigger, but that's huge. Look at this pretty field with all the wildflowers. All right, we got a nice big stack right here, and we're gonna take advantage of that. Let's get it going.
Okay, I'm feeling.
Okay, here we go. Oh, there he's rattling his tail. He's getting a good lock on me. Okay.
God, look at the blue on that thing.
Yeah, this is a blue racer. Wow. Nice big one. This is one of the top snakes I did want to see. Oh my goodness, the blues are so good. He kind of did one little strike at me, but then after that, hey, I don't trust these guys. But after that, he just has kind of calmed down. He's kind of on a flight mode, and he just wants to escape, which I get. But what? Look at the blues, like on the belly here. That is such a pretty snake. And these guys will eat other snakes. They'll eat rodents. Wow. That is so cool. Oh, look at that with the sun on him. Let me go over here. It might be better.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. You probably get more of the shines of the blues here. It's a little rougher because I'm just staring at the sun, but wow. That's a big snake. It's a decent sized racer. Extremely healthy, honestly. Wow. Okay. Well, this is the fourth one. First, like, full grown and first one out of shed. So that is probably the perfect specimen of the blue racer that I wanted to see. Super healthy. These are one of the fastest snakes in the US. Just take off at any moment. But make sure I put his piece back and get him under here. Let's get it. His piece back. See if he can find his. Oh, okay. He wants to go that way. I'll lift it up a little bit since it's caved. I won't be squishing him. There we go. That is a beautiful snake, and I'm covered in stickers. Let's find some more. Okay. Right here we got a little baby racer, but this one's actually out of shed, so you can really see like the speckling there. I actually kind of thought it was a milk snake at first.
Hold him off to the side so
Doesn't focus on my face?
Yeah.
Look at that little guy. That's a pretty snake.
That's our second stop.
That's a pretty snake. Alright. Apparently this is a milk snake spot, so maybe we can turn up one. I didn't really look underneath it all the way. I just kind of saw the snake and grabbed him. Yeah. Here you go. There you go. Okay. Cool. Okay. I did not think there was going to be much under this big tire, but we got the eastern milk snake. Holy cow. Look at how cute this guy is. I doubt he's going to sit still. All right, well, he's peeking through. I was trying to keep him calm, but that's obviously not working out. This is the eastern milk snake. There's also the western milk snake and a ton in Central and South America. But this one is so pretty, and I've looked for them so many times, and they've always have eluded me. And I love how the babies are, you know, more red. As they get older, they start to turn brownish. And, you know, it's a myth because they hang out by all these old structures and barns near cows. But they're there to eat. Got a ring now. They're there to eat like the rodents at the barn. But for a long time, people thought that they drank the milk of the cow. That's just a old myth. But these are in the same family as king snakes, and they'll readily eat other snakes, even though probably at this size he's going to be eating like little lizards and small stuff along those lines. But that is such a pretty snake. I don't know if it's going to focus on him.
He's going right. Oh, that's good right there. Look at that. That's pretty.
That is such a good looking snake. I would love to find a bigger one.
How big do they get?
They honestly probably close to 4 feet, but more like 3 feet 30 inches. They're not super big body snakes, but these are constrictors, and they're non-venomous, even though they're trying to mimic coral snakes, but there's no coral snakes in the area. They're trying to do that car coming by. They're trying to do that red, black, and white look all together. But wow. There's still a ton of stuff to flip here. Another tire even.
Tire's the way to go.
I guess so.
You gotta lift this tire back.
Oh, I know. I probably want to put it back and then put him back underneath.
Let me hold him.
Alright, you can stop. I'm gonna take it. He's been kind of a pain, hasn't sat still, but here's our last little look at this beautiful eastern milk snake. Using his head to climb. That's a good little head stamp there. But I put his big tire back with his little snake, and let's just let him back on his way.
He's gonna grow into the tire.
Maybe. Alright. I'm gonna put him back down over here. That is such a pretty snake. That was the #1 target. Hopefully we can find a bigger one. Then maybe if we can find a fox snake. This is like a crazy day. So let's flip the rest of this stuff. Still quite a bit.
Another tire.
Another tire. Maybe the tire's the meta. So let's go do this. It's getting dark, and hopefully we can
Mosquitoes are coming out.
yeah, mosquitoes are starting to come out, so hopefully we can find some more stuff before it gets dark, and then might be able to try again in the morning before our flight home. So let's go. All right, so here's probably his shed. Definitely a milk snake shed, and it's about his size, and it's nice and clean, so that's probably why he just looks absolutely phenomenal. Bright reds, he just looks so good. But that's just the next board over. Okay, didn't get the flip clip, but here's milk snake number 2. We just flipped a ton of stuff for like 2 hours, didn't see anything. And under this board right here, and that tire, we got 2 milks. And this one is also at a shed, and about the same size. A lot more calm low key, which, you know, I really appreciate. He got a nice little Y head stamp there. That is awesome. Well, I don't know how much we need to bother this guy. He looks, you know, freshly hatched, and he kind of does have a little more brown to like the tail here, which I do like, but maybe not. It's like a rusty brown. But I'm gonna get some like hand picks. Still really want to get that big one, but so far this spot has only produced milks, and I'll take it. I will definitely take it. That's a pretty snake. Holy cow, someone's getting itchy with mosquitoes.
Yes.
Gotta wear pants next time. All right, I'm gonna get some hand picks, and then I'll put them back. Okay, we're walking old train tracks looking for fox snakes. I've got a tip that they're pretty common here, so we're gonna be walking down this way. Turn around, look at that. Just these big trees next to the highway, old railroad. All right, let's go. Right here is the eastern fox snake. This is a type of rat snake. It's just a little one. They get a whole lot bigger than this. I was really hoping to find a very large one, but because the large ones, look at like this bright red on their head, and it just looks so good. But there's still a ton of stuff to flip right here. These guys are primarily like rodent hunters. That is a good looking snake. A really good looking snake.
It is.
But yeah, these are primarily rodent hunters, given that they're rat snakes. I haven't seen too much, but they're pretty opportunistic. They'll eat birds, they'll eat... Oh, these mosquitoes are bad.
They are.
They'll eat birds, they'll eat lizards, squirrels even when they get big. But yeah, this guy, I think he's warming up to my body a little bit, and that is so cool. We saw tons of snake sheds back there. I guess this railroad track actually paid off.
The birds are insane here.
Yeah, there's so many farms
Just
out here.
water and birds.
And apparently a great foxsnake spot. I would still love to find a nice big one, but we'll take this. We'll take this at least to start. New species. You ready?
I'm recording.
All right. Oh, little grumpy guy biting me. Another. Oh, yep. All the movement. There he goes. All right, this is another species. He's flattening his head, trying to look like a venomous snake. But this is the common water snake. Yeah, they're everywhere. There's one on your hand right here. Yeah, we gotta wrap this up pretty quick here. But the mosquitoes are everywhere. Tons of water here. This is a very striking one. And these are very common. Surprised I haven't flipped one sooner. Very common snake. And okay. You're a mad little guy. And notoriously I don't like picking them up because they stink and they bite. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the comments because every single time I just get eaten up by mosquitoes. I always get bug spray. It's stupid to put on bugs, or it's stupid not to put on bug spray. 3 words, off DEET or whatever it is. I'm waiting for those. So just know I'm ready. And this is kind of what we're walking through. Walking right into the sunset. But it is actually a pretty one. Well, there's one bison. And there's a big pile of them over here. I know it's not the best film. Alright, day 2. It's a little chilly out. I think it's in the low 60s. There's a little breeze too, but the sun's going to be peeking out soon. We're back on the train tracks. And this is the Foxsnake area, so we're going to go hike down this way. And hopefully we can turn up some big Foxsnakes basking today. And then afterwards, we're going to be looking for milk snakes again. And hopefully we can get some nice big adults. Let's go. I knew when that sun comes out, this could be a good area. Okay. So, I think the other one was the same one as yesterday. But this one, without a doubt, is a different one. Rattle in his tail, it's a defensive mechanism that they do. It's sort of trying to mimicking a rattlesnake. But it gets pretty loud when it's in like small leaf litter. Look at this guy. That is a pretty one. Still not quite that big one that I'm looking for. Trying to use the sun to get a good view of him. But yeah, still not quite the big one. But I will take it. A snake out on the crawl. I think that of all the snakes we've seen, I think that's the first one we've seen out, not flipped. Kind of has like a cool checkerboard pattern on the side there. That was awesome. Cool. Alright. Well, hopefully that means that there is bigger ones out getting ready to bask. Alright, very similar to the last one, but this one's in shed. Here we have a, pardon the dirty hands, but here we have a little water snake. Pretty sure this is a different one. Similar area for sure, but definitely a whole lot.
His attitude's a little bit better.
Yeah, if it is the same one, I don't know. But all right, day 2, we got a in shed blue racer. We already talked about these guys a little bit, and we saw a really nice looking adult. So we'll just probably put him right back where he was. Here we go. No, we just talked about them. They're both biting me at the same time. I know we talked about them before, but we got one in shed and one that's just munching down on me. This one's really pretty. They're bigger, which I definitely love. This one's in shed and a little bit kind of a rusty grayish brown, but this one looks fresh out of shed. Got some nice color to him. Wow, look at the belly on that. That is such a pretty snake. This is definitely the thing I wanted to see most. But double flipping these, they're so cool. Oh, there's the biting again. That's all this one wants to do. The one in shed only bit like once, but this guy just non-stop. Any chance he can, he is going for a bite.
Does it hurt?
It's kind of just like a couple little needles stabbing you real quick. It's not really too bad. I guess when they were flipped, they were biting each other. That is so cool.
Cool snakes.
That kind of hurts. That's just not a great spot to get bit. You're not even showing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That is not a good spot to get bit. That one does not feel great. Yeah, they're trying to be the mimics.
That's cool.
Look at these guys. They're so pretty. That is so pretty. Oh, this is in the way, of course.
Is this where it detaches right here?
Yeah, you can see where it's like butters. Yeah. Look at that. Double milks. And one of them is honestly pretty red. I love this.
The belly on them.
I checkered. That is so cool.
Alright, where do I put this guy?
Okay. They were under here, so let's make sure it's all there. Get him back underneath.
They both were under the same board?
Yeah, they were both in the hole. I had to grab the larger one by the tail because he was going down a hole. Yeah, just set them next to it and they should climb right back. Yeah, this one's just not letting go of me first. Alright, you're not going the right direction. I'm gonna put you down. Face his head under the board. Yeah. Cool. Come here. Come on.
There he goes.
There he goes. Alright, and now you need to let go of me. He's definitely shedding by just biting. He looks like he's got a hoodie on now.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he's moving his jaw, opening his jaw, or?
You're free. All you have to do is let go. Whoa.
An egg?
It's a destroying angel, I think.
Oh.
Alright, let go.
Did you let go?
Yeah. There. Perfect.
And he knew what to do.
He did. Yeah, good. Alright. That one's really green, but this one is not.
Yeah.
Wow. So many. Here's another. There's another. There's another. There's another. I got two.
You gonna bring him out over here?
Yeah. That was a part of the whole thing. One's in shed.
Where were those? Where were those yesterday?
Alright, kind of hard though. There's the double flip. Here is a huge, huge eastern milksnake. This one is in shed. This one might be in shed a little bit. That is a beautiful snake. Finally, a nice big adult. Alright, this one's being a bracelet. This one's not chilling.
They're not biting you.
No, they're not. Probably a mating pair, honestly. Probably the little one might be a male and the big one a female, would be my guess. I think they're, no, this one's not a shed. It's just an old, probably female, that is just lost most of its color. Kind of got that like rusty brown look. That is so pretty. That is awesome. Wow. This is the big one, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I got the little crescent on his head. Yep, that's Luke.
That's Luke?
Luke?
Mm-hmm. I named it Luke because the pattern on the head reminds me of the Rebel Alliance logo. From
Oh, that makes sense.
It's actually
That
a
makes
female.
sense.
Where were those guys at? Were they
The big pen.
The big stack.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know that other guy. Smaller.
I think I was guessing that this was the female and this could be a male.
Yeah, let me see this guy real quick because I don't think I've seen this dude before.
That makes it a little easier to hold this guy. This is female, probably.
Usually I recognize them by their head patterns, especially when they're distinctive like that.
Look at this. This is what I was really hoping for. A nice big adult.
Oh, Luke.
Luke.
Let me see. Let's take the.
These construction guys.
Probably like 3 feet long.
Yeah, he's cool.
That was a good one.
Good find. I like Luke.
I do too. Luke doesn't really want to sit still too well, but. Alright, now we're gonna walk and put them back where they were. And you know, one thing I want to say again is these are king snakes, well, in the same family, and so they'll eat other snakes. And this one could make a meal of this one, but thick and healthy. I'm sure there's a lot of rodents and frogs and other stuff in the area that they don't really need to worry because I'm sure they're just mates. But yeah, that is so cool. Let's I'll flip these couple things real quick, and then we'll put them back. They were literally both right here. couple of days finding
6?
6. Maybe we can find 7? 6, 7? Alright. One last little goodbye. We got some nice, good ones here.
Bye, Luke.
Very nice. Yeah, we're on someone's private property, and this is the one he sees all the time, and he's seen it for quite some time. And he's named it Luke. So that's so cool. Let's get him under here. I can see why they went under here, because there's a little bit of a gap. They're so big. They're not the little ones. There we go. Some good snakes. All right. I think we're gonna be wrapping up soon, but that is awesome. I am very content. Maybe we could still find a bull snake. But yeah, that is really cool. I'm all hot and sweaty now. All right.